Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Just when I was prepared to take a night off, I wake up and suddenly my stomach's like, oh, you're fine. I don't think someone was asking in the Discord, like, right before I started, if I was taking a night off, and I was like, I was planning to, but I'm actually feeling better. And then I realized, oh, wait, I never mentioned in the Discord that I wasn't feeling better. I just passed out. I meant to say something in the Discord that I was probably taking a night off before I passed out. But hey, it's fine. Apologies in advance, might be another shorter one. No guarantee that I won't suddenly decide to pass out again, or suffer from stomach problems that I've been having all day, which was one of the reasons I was prepared to take off. So I was having kind of a day with that again. The stomach cramps do not help. But we're fine. I took a power nap, I woke up with my cat in my face, I'm feeling a little better. So we're gonna try to at least get the investigation done. Hey, Rick, yeah. Yeah, I've gotten, I'm still having trouble sleeping consecutively. We're back to that fun, where I can't really sleep for like more than 5 hours at a time. But I've been sleeping off and on, and collectively it's added up to like well over 8 hours, so. So I've technically had a full night's sleep. The Gourmet Sopranos quest where you get a bunch of recipes. Oh, those, yeah, those guys. I didn't even try to find those. There were some quests I haven't been able to find still, so I had to look them up, and it's like, oh, you can't have them because, yeah, I just can't have them, period, because my reputation level's not high enough. But those guys I just kept somehow finding on my own. Howdy, stars. Let's see, this controller shouldn't need to be plugged in, right? You've been charging all night. Surely you're fine. Let me get some background music up in here. No, of course not. You're gonna make me do this. Alright, I'll still wait a minute once we get some, but 1 second. Hey, bestie. Looks like the police are still here carrying on with their investigation. Maybe this time they'll actually let me look at shit. Perfect, so let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yeah, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at the silver tip Iris gave us for him. There we go. You finished Alice in Borderland? It's really good. We recommend. Cool. You watched more Zero One, bestie? Where are you at? You need me to upload more episodes yet? Your soccer entry is level 10 or something. Little Electro is now level 4. Nice. Yeah, there's a limit on the soccer entry. I don't know why they just... It's kind of evil. They released a hard limit on the soccer entry, so even if you have more than enough stuff to get it past a certain point, you just can't right now. Kind of dumb. The Statue of the Seven I can understand, because, hey, it's physically impossible to get it up anyway. I think they give you exactly, like, 2 less to get it past, level 7, I think. Slightly evil game design. Just slightly. Also, I've not been commenting on it that much lately because the game's been really good. That last case was insane. But this game's music is also really good. Throw that out there. So, guy was trying to kill himself by making Aruto out of cluster hopper. Something, or is he just bad at planning? He's just an idiot, right? No, guy is not suicidal. Maybe suicidally stupid, but he is not suicidal. He's just a fucking idiot who thought it was a good idea to give Aruto a form that goddamn powerful. Metal Cluster Hopper is fucking ridiculous. And that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's his actual final form. Because Zero One's actual final form is fucking stupid. He literally would have fucking died if Fua hadn't saved him, right? It's so bad! He's such a fucking... He's so useless. It's like he's not threatening, he's not interesting. He's a dumb sweater. He's such a worthless fucking character. Nobody else knows what I'm talking about and I don't care. Yo, fuck Guy. You'll understand one of these days. Howdy, Dummy Run. You're a new subber on YouTube from the Neo Tweeby VODs. Had to watch my streams? Oh, thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed them. Thanks for joining us. Didn't expect Metal Cluster Hopper to be the Berserk form. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it. Like, it's kind of edgy and cool looking compared to some of his other forms, but it's definitely not, it's definitely no build hazard. I like Metal Cluster Hopper, though. It's a really good design. The silver and the bright yellow-green should not work as well as it does together. But it manages. Don't mind me making sure I properly sent out the alerts, since I fucked that up recently. Ah, yeah, no, I did. Okay, people are just taking their time today, that's fine. 3 houses in the background, nice. Okay, like I said, not sure how far we'll get tonight. I want to at least finish up the investigation, though. I woke back up, I'm feeling better. We can at least finish up the investigation, if nothing else. Sir, can you pull yourself away from your chips long enough to answer questions? You can't tell us anything new. Will you tell us anything new for a nickel? Inspector Grayson, you got a moment? I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. How are you not, like, 5 times fatter? Just constant fish and chips. Hey, Spice. Yeah, I got a good rest. I'm feeling much better. Thank you for asking. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship? Why is everyone in this game a fucking simp? Her ladyship? Give that here to a chumbo! Have it over for me! Oh, God! Don't wait for me to give it to you or anything. What's worse than simping? Simping for a 10-year-old? Oh! Oh, sir! Oh, I don't like him anymore. You ever think a cute thing they could have done is had guy play chess with Aruto sometimes? I like how they could make it or anything Aruto cute Lucy at the end of the whole arc. You know what? I would have been cool with that. As much as I don't like the idea of them being amicable at all, because some people ship them as it is. That's actually a cute idea. Of Guy not being a complete piece of shit out of it and like still having meetings with him and playing chess. That sounds nice. I like that. Don't know what it is about it. Today is Cat Day? Holy shit. I will give Tommy lots of hugs next time I see him. Which will be the second I leave my room. Because I believe he is pouting outside of my door right now because he wanted to come down with me. It was for his own good. If I had let him down, he just would have wanted right back up the second I started yelling. What was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's an appearance fee, that's what it is. Just came from Gigaboots, they're doing the DMC... Why are they doing... Oh, those poor bastards. They're doing the DMC remake. Why would they do that to themselves? Why is Dan such a masochist? Oh, God. An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean... That's right, for the adventures of Herlock Sholms. Oh, she does pay you. Okay, so why are you bitching so much about it? Okay. Alrighty. They're playing the launch version? Oh no! So their Virgil has a fedora? Oh no! Oh, God have mercy on their souls. The pink girl is evil. That's why I think Janana was asking if I've adopted her yet. I'm not willing to sign papers on Iris just yet. I slightly fear her. She's got a little too many credentials for a 10-year-old. I don't know if I trust her. Hey, Minato. Fedora in the non-definitive edition version of the DMC remake, Virgil had a fedora. They're wearing fedoras for the stream. Why? At least they're committed. It would have made it something to feed his ego until Arthur starts doing good, then he starts actually liking it. Aww! I wish that had happened. That actually sounds cute. I hate that it sounds cute, but it sounds cute. A fedora, a fedora. Virgil. Virgil Devil May Cry in a fedora. That's why we don't talk about the remake. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me every time. Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly.
course, her using my name without my say does make me the butt of some unpleasant jokes, but still.
I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you. You could have, asked her to change the name, but she's paying you for it.
Never mind you that.
Like, if she uses an alias to put out the books in the first place, I would think that she'd understand someone not wanting their actual name used, right? Have you thought about asking?
So what do you want to know, then?
Sorry?
Tell the gentleman in black what he wants to know. I trust it won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you know? What do you want to know?
Still got episodes for now, bestie? Okay, cool. Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings. 5,000 gold to play the DMC remake. Yeah, sure. That'll be a bonus. That'll be a bonus PC milestone goal. An extra 1,000, and I'll play the DMC remake. The original version with the fedora, even if people want it. I will fucking pull my Xbox 360 out of cold storage and get a physical copy.
The little life with the mustache Japanese fellow. He lives in the right hovel, just over there. Look! The first floor of that house in the corner where the work of the bicycle's propped up.
That is nearby indeed. Metal Cluster Hopper looks fantastic, and I need to use it in memory of heroes. Oh, I probably will. It's, as far as I know, out of the forms of that game that are available, it's my favorite of his. Like I said, it's one of those forms that I think should have just been his final form, despite it being introduced kind of early for that.
If I remember rightly, the landlord is Mr. John Garrideb. Right, well, if you see her again, make sure you give her my ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it! You tell her that Greg sends his very best wishes!
Don't worry, Inspector, we will.
Goodbye for now, then. Long live her ladyship!
Simp! Hey, oh, help. 5 came out before the remake, or 5 came out after the remake. It's why 5 getting announced was such a fucking shock. Because people thought the franchise was dead after the remake, or that if we did get another one, it would be more of the remake. 5 is truly a miracle. Lovely, lovely game. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yeah, so then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely. F.E. Majima? Aww. Oh, he works that outfit. Very nice. Why did they have Aruto job for 6 episodes straight against Guy? Just... he got fucked up even with Shining Assault Hopper. It's so bad. It's so poorly paced. It's like if they wanted to have Aruto lose the job arc, fine, but like just the fact that he just loses so consecutively and just keeps eating shit for so long, it's... the arc's bad. The arc's bad, everybody knows it. Hey, JC, happy birth! Don't think of it as being 1 year closer to death. Think of it as being 1 year closer to entering Valhalla. The bar. You can finally meet Dorothy. Hot robot sex. Is your birthday tomorrow, tomorrow, Minato? Very nice. Happy early birthday. Lots of birthdays lately, holy shit. No, JC, don't go there. What's wrong with Valhalla? Hello. May I help you? Yes, this would be the residence of Mr. John Garrideb. Indeed it would, sir. And who might I say is calling? My name's Ryunosuke Naruhodo. You walk in on hot robot sex. That's just how it goes here sometimes, Chloe. I'm playing this on Switch because I had gift cards for it. Why in the world is there an entire cannon in there? Good question. Seems to be some kind of former officer. All those medals and military outfits. Also, Stone Ocean Boys! I watched the trailer. It looks really good. I can't wait. I hope Netflix does not fuck it up somehow. Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. Her face lit up for 2 seconds. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Lord Garrideb. What kids think seeing Aruto continually get his ass kicked over and over is actually just losing? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of message it sends to the kids watching. Especially since Aruto is such a kid-friendly protagonist. Hey, Chloe. We visited Crocker in jail, and yelling so much as him killed my voice. It made me really tired, apparently. So all we did after that was look at the crime scene very briefly, and check out Holmes' house, where we met his roommate, a small pink-haired child with a medical degree. Yeah. And she's also the one who writes the books based on his stuff. It was strange. In fact, we're getting the season in batches is time to do the binge watch. I was gonna say, yeah, friendly reminder that if we fulfill the new PC milestone goal in time for the premiere of JoJo Part 6, in addition to marathoning the show up until now, we will do weekly mini-watches of every single new episode as they are released. Thank you for your time. Did you see that, Mrs. Sato? I just shelled! It was a real-life English maid! I know. As I understand it, anyone standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this stage just keeps getting better. It certainly feels like we really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler and the experience will be complete. Yes, you did. You finished Ryuki, Ricky. You did like crying in the middle of a workday. I'm so sorry. It's one of those endings. Like, it's heartbreakingly beautiful. Hey, yes, too. We haven't done anything yet. We're just talking to a maid. I have never met one either, JC. I've never known anyone rich enough. I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Also, I saw your comment. That's a shame about Tweeby. JC watched the final Tweeby trailer, one of the ones I did not watch, and apparently they did actually spoil a good bit of stuff in it. Very unfortunate. Here I thought Square had their shit together. Thank you for waiting, Mr. Garrideb. We'll see you now. This way. Oh my. I don't like for a split second. Just for a split second it was. But his fucking silhouette or his profile reminded me of fucking Larry. I don't like this. Sir? Sir, are you British Larry? That portrait of Mr. Garrideb is glaring at me, I swear. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. If you had a nickel for every visual novel with a pink-haired girl named Iris, you'd have 2 nickels. Not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Can Larry be British? No, absolutely not. Have you noticed all the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Garrideb as well? Yeah, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well. I haven't used the Larry voice yet. I've not used the Larry voice yet. It's... Why, ew! Oh, that's unsanitary. It's probably horribly inappropriate, but whatever. If he looks like a Larry, and he acts like a Larry, then it must be a Kermit. Ah, yes, seemed to come back from the local palm breaker with that little trinket. Magnus McGrill dead. Oh! Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know if it's dumb to feel bad that he died that way or not. Like I said, I'm pretty sure McGilded may have actually been kind of a fucking monster. But dear God. Like, I don't know. Being burnt alive just feels a bit much. You just watched trailer 3 and it was bad with spoilers. Oh my, confirming Spice? Yeah, Jesus, that's awful. Why would they do that? Bad Square, bad. Seem to come back? What do you mean?
The chap who runs that place is a belly wizard. Went in to sell him something and then came out with that thing. In point in fact, now that I think about it, I rather often find myself living in that place for something I don't need.
The lion ornament certainly does seem to surplus to requirements. Susato-san doesn't pull her punches, or her throws for that matter. I was actually talking to you, sir.
Good day to you, John Garrideb, at your service.
You almost spoiled yourself. Oh, you almost accidentally spoiled yourself on Monica. Oh, God. Ugh. Got Kamen Rider Ghost theme stuck in your head, S2. That's another good one. Kamen Rider openings are Kino, man. Also, Chloe, no, we never in fact found out who stole his Lucky Charms either. Lots of unanswered questions in that case. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer.
Do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of May 1, don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service, handed over the reins to the up-and-comings.
So he is a retired soldier.
It's a hell of a job getting up and down the stairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine.
Yeah, quite a climb up to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. How out of shape are you? Ryunosuke, I'm out of shape as fuck and I can climb stairs without running out of breath. What the fuck? You really gotta get more exercise, bruh. You think so? Well, Mr. Garrideb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a photo-all, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I begrudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly. Joan, fetch the... Oh, damn it, old woman, be careful!
Oh, dearie me, I beg your pardon, sir.
You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands!
I shall be more careful, sir. Howdy, Scry.
So anyway, there you have it, living the quiet life now.
Yes, I see.
Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap launching downstairs, is that right?
Yes, we'd be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us.
Only two, please, naturally, especially if it helps keep a peace out here in Blightly. We forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
Oh, is it?
Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house. Would you believe it?
Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholms.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea. All that detective business. I like sci-fi.
Oh, but you have a copy of Ranced magazine here, so...
Well, no,
Anyway, the chap's investigating the fall in his room as we speak. So he's in his room right now? Oh, no.
It's a bailing nuisance, it is. The whole neighborhood's switching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
About Mr. Natsume, then, Mr. Garrideb, please do tell us.
Ah, yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week.
Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently, then.
I have two lodgers most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor became available a week ago, you see. There've been... Oh, damn it all, Joe, be careful!
Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. You might need to find a new profession, ma'am. You seem very sweet, but, yeah, Shinji's whole thing was very, very painful. It genuinely still fucks me up thinking about it sometimes. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Oh, why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shade written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man is terrible. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. Won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Is she purposely spilling tea to keep him from talking? That was my thought. I'm like, this could just be hijinks. But I don't know. I'm watching you, ma'am. Maids and or butlers are always prime suspects.
Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Oh, yes, indeed there was.
And she's dying to tell us, apparently. Tobacco in his tea, that would be disgusting. That's why I said that's unsanitary. It seems the incident took place at 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window around that time?
The window? Oh yeah, I have one of those.
Yes, we noticed that window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
5 o'clock is dinner time at the Garrideb household. So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan?
No, sir. Should have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I think I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road.
Oh, I see.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as?
Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well...
Yeah, was there something then? Seems a little too happy to talk a little bit, yeah. Sun and moon vibes? I saw someone say that before. I don't really see it. the guy's definitely moon-faced, but I don't know. She's a little too, yeah, I don't see a sun.
For the love of God, Joan, watch what you're fucking doing!
Oh, dear me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Be careful, woman!
Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrowhollow.
It's Naruhodo. There aren't even that many L's and R's. Why are you mixing it up?
I have an exceedingly good memory as far as I remember. Nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all.
Oh, really? Mr. Garrideb? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been.
Oh, well, as I was saying, it's a trifling matter, really. Nothing. Oh, God! Oh, Jesus! Dash it all, Joan! What is the matter with you, woman?
Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened.
You two are very, very suspicious.
Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joan?
That's right, Mr. Garrideb. Is she gaslighting him?
What is the matter with you two?
Sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what?
Wish I knew. But he's the shady one, apparently. You notice anything else about your lodger, Mr. Natsume?
Oh my word, yes, that man is shadier than an orchid.
Could you elaborate?
Well, take the man's room, absolutely stuffed full of books it is, more than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day and comes back charged without a campfire.
What's your name?
Andre Wong, thank you for the follow.
And the fine little man is up and past long past everyone else in the house has gone to bed too.
So he's me. He only leaves the house to go to a bookstore. He doesn't talk to anyone and stays up all night. That's just me.
Oh, I see.
The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning.
Huh.
Could you clarify something, I wonder? What, pray?
How do you know so much about his routine?
Oh!
Have you ever heard of, staying in your own fucking lane? I understand that neither of the lodgers live in this floor in the house, is that correct?
That's right, yes, they're both below us on the first floor of the street level.
You feel personally attacked? Fucking same, JC. Then how is it you know so much about their lives? The precise times they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed? It's kind of fucking creepy.
Oh, no, you good grief, Joe, be careful, woman!
Oh my goodness, sir, I'm so terribly sorry, sir. I'm totally not doing it on purpose, sir.
Something doesn't add up here. Yeah, what Beth said, Rick. Yeah, if you want something happier after Double, or after Ryuki, Double's a very good choice. Forsae's an even better choice, if you just in terms of mood. Double's very good. I think you'll enjoy Double a lot. So what books are you reading? Oh, I found this exquisite little gem called How Leo the Lion Learned How to Roar. Oh, no. I still gotta do a live reading of that at some point. Could you tell us what floor his room is on?
Why, certainly, just below us on the first floor.
And Mr. Sholms is investigating there even as we speak?
Yeah, told me Knott's his name, asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Sholms' services?
That's a blatant lie!
Would it be alright if we also had a look around in Mr. Natsume's room, I mean? You're on vacation tomorrow, Rick? Oh, very nice. Hope you enjoy.
I don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs.
Who knows, we'll find anything that can help us with the case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholms again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. If the Crocker voice kills me, I probably should do it. I don't know if that's what it was or not. I have no idea. I have no idea why I suddenly got so tired yesterday. I don't know if it was Mr. Crocker and all the yelling, or if it's just the fact that I've had kind of a hell of a week, and my sleep schedule's been all over the place as a result. Are you ready?
Damn right I am.
What? Just look at this place. He has a lucky cat. He has a lucky cat. I like him now. The smell, it's so musty in here. Suppose it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. He has a lucky kitty and an actual kitty. Oh, what a Chad. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. It's so dark in here, too. Kitty!
Gilly!
Is that the window over there? Did he brick up his window when he just rents the place? Oh, he's in trouble. Well, it was the window, I think. Yeah, once upon a time. For some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. Yeah, Build should have been one of the best seasons. A lot of people still think it is. Those people are misguided and don't know how pacing is supposed to work. As is, it's just a pretty good season that's got a lot of problems. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholms anywhere, have you? Have you checked the furniture? Have you checked the ceiling? Maybe this time he's hanging from the ceiling like Spider-Man. No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Garrideb told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating.
Gilly!
Oh no, he actually isn't this time. Nope, I can't see him. There was a thing called window tax back then, was there really? Can I pet the kitty? Ah, yeah. Oh, so they can model a cat. So wait a minute, that means they could model cats. So that second case was just bad and fucking lazy. They never let us see the goddamn kitty. Those fucking pieces of shit.
Oh my, what an adorable little cat! Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master's away.
I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor Mike, wasn't it? They didn't have that sort of cat here in Great Britain.
Perhaps Mr. Natsume bought the little creature with him from Japan.
That's made me feel homesick now.
Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days.
Feels like a lot longer than that. No, kitty! I'm still mad over that. I'm still mad about a lot of things from that case. Damn, Soseki, you live like this? Looks like my room. replace all the books with figure boxes, and yeah, that's pretty much my room right now. I'm cleaning up soon, I promise. Yeah. Look at all these books stacked up here. They almost reach the ceiling.
They're all works of English literature, but they all smell so musty.
With this volume of books to hand, you'd never be short on reading material, would ya?
No, what a dreamy idea.
A bad dream, maybe, for me at least. Mind you, I don't imagine the book at the bottom of this pile will ever be read again.
So reading it is an experience that comes all but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us.
I didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy, but alrighty then. Lucky cat.
Oh, look, it's a beckoning cat from home.
It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that, Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him.
I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage?
Well, it can be dangerous traveling around. I just wanted a lucky charm.
Well, I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same, but and this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him.
It's not doing a very good job, is it?
You mustn't say such things.
I didn't say a word! Why are my eyes such a giveaway? Why must I constantly be cracked out? Oh yeah, it was dumb to leave that candle on, wasn't it? I don't know if Sholms relit one when he was investigating or if he left it on, but oh dear.
That desk seems to be wedged in a crevice between the mountains of the books on either side.
Suppose Mr. Natsume would sit here and read while stroking his cat, but surrounded by all sides of these towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night as well.
Yes, he must have done. He must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a secondhand bookshop. Your books.
Oh yeah, Mr. Natsume's name is on it too, look. And the date of purchase? 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident!
That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books.
Oh yeah, shit, I can't believe Natsume stole McGilded's Lucky Charms. He said he didn't mean the cereal. There he is. He's in a strangely normal pose for once in his life.
Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo!
Aha, there he is. Where'd he come from? Seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book.
I hope you won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholms!
Where'd he come from? He dropped down from the ceiling like Spider-Man.
Ah, you two, good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met?
Oh, Mr. Sholms, we were together on the SS Buria.
Yes, of course, the Buria. And let me see, what happened on that voyage?
It was Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. He died. Tragically, you were a great help to us, though.
Leave me alone. I was in the middle of reading this new Bleach chapter. I'm so glad it's finally back. Well deserved. Finally, Shonen Jump is great again.
It's like, I don't know, I thought that Jujutsu Kaisen show was alright.
Balderdash.
He's hot. He's just Clavier. I don't think I commented on it at all during the actual case when he was with us before. But like, look at his model. He is straight up Clavier. He is less tan, less German Clavier. I can't believe Clavier is even more famous than we thought.
Ah, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asogi. That was the one with the snake, wasn't it?
Oh. Well, you seem to remember. Something of it, at least.
What an honor to be remembered even vaguely by the great Herlock Sholms. This is Mr.
Oh, no, my dear madam. Hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic.
Oh, you have one of those too? Is that like the memory warehouse from Dreamcatcher? Stronger.
I'm glad to see someone else enjoying this fine new chapter. Kubo is a misunderstood genius. Mr. Naruhodo. And Mr. Susa...
Oh, wait, no, wait.
Miss Naruhodo and Mr. Susato.
Try the other way around, Mr. Sholms.
I lose the first round.
The closing ceremony for the Olympics had a Japanese ska band. Ooh, I fucking love ska. Excellent. Yeah, the Gavins are just Sherlock Holmes' descendants. It's fucked up.
In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me on the railway station and whisked me away to the crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes.
So they apprehended Soseki's-san in that short amount of time? Jesus Christ. He's so dumb yet handsome. He is peak himbo. He is absolute 100% peak himbo.
I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of past involvements a little.
I was gonna say, yeah, Kristoff obviously being the black sheep of the family line. Good God. There's always one.
A little? It's a mistake to think one's brain attic has elastic walls that can distend it to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are the words of the imitatable wisdom you know, from an adventure called A Study in Scarlet.
Please, there's no need to quote yourself. Okay, he's like, okay, once again, me. It's like, yeah, why would I want to remember useless information? Like relatives I never see's spouse or baby names. Why would I need to remember that stuff when I could have Star Trek or Power Rangers trivia in my brain? Have there ever been any good bimbo characters? Good question. What's our definition of bimbo? It should be very simple, but typically bimbo is seen as a very strong insult. So I don't know. Oh, wait, I have one. The receptionist from AI. You know what? I'm willing to call the receptionist from AI a bimbo, and she was wonderful. Please, there's no need to quote yourself.
I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully.
He means Iris. Charlotte from Fates. Charlotte's too smart to be a bimbo. Charlotte acts like a bimbo, but Charlotte's fucking insidious. Charlotte, I don't think even counts as a bimbo. She knows what she's doing.
Mr. Sholms, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned.
Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case.
We know this to be the lodgings of the Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholms. For the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road.
Natsume. Yes, I believe it was a name rather along those lines.
But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little?
I'm sorry, Miss Susato, but I have not the slightest idea of what you mean.
What?
Can't believe he was looking her squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance.
I assure you I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as the pair of you are under some misapprehension.
How so? Speaking of AI and AA, find us on your timeline. Oh my god! Aww. Loser detectives who have the best roommates. Aww. Yeah, Mizuki was technically a roommate instead of a daughter as well, wasn't she? Aww, lovely. Oh, how?
I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime.
But that doesn't make sense.
The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request to me, I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and the whereabouts of the man seen fleeing the crime scene.
A man seen fleeing?
There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, what did you say? I believe there was a seat around here at the establishment in question.
So you don't think he's the culprit, then? The cops were just lazy and asked you to find him. Oh, more crossover art. Oh, beautiful. Aww. Oh, that's very cute. So you don't think... So you don't think he's the culprit? You just found him for the cops because they think he is.
That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, the place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophily.
You went to Walmart, you got strawberry milk. Ooh, fucking delicious fusion.
Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a rocket man.
Oh, dear. He's going full Shatner. You never go full Shatner.
Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings?
Yeah, Mr. Garrideb, a retired military man.
It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the Great British Institution that is at the services.
First time I've ever met a maid from the Great British Institution that's in, that is service. Wasn't that funny?
I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much as my Great Britain primer.
And so conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein.
Betoken their social standing? Excuse me?
Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary.
You moved and scared your doggo, Chloe? Oh no, baby! Give them pets. Just give them pets. They will understand. That's gonna be, like I said, that's gonna be me with Tommy later. I felt so bad. He wanted back downstairs, and I kind of closed the door in his face. But he would have just wanted right back up. If he knew I was recording, I know he wouldn't care. He would want right back up because he doesn't like me yelling. I just saved him trouble in the long run. That's all. He'll get over it.
As you can appreciate, for those on the precious boundary between the middle and lower class, being able to afford just one maid is the first importance.
I had no idea.
And it is precisely that reason that I find a great simulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in that retired military army veteran, Mr. Joe Garrideb.
Oh?
Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of his case, I am yet to ascertain.
Today's also Vor Day. Every day is Vor Day here. You've been here long enough to know that, Stu. Every day is Vor Day here. Whether he wanted to be or not. And oh boy, do I not. I am thoroughly lost on what he means to say. It means that they're sus, Ryunosuke.
This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man who has lot to dwell in this place any man who is lot to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later.
We haven't had boring in a while. Minato, you haven't been to the group watches. You have not been joining us for the Ed and Eddie group watch. Trust me, there has been vor. Lots of vor. Vor within vor.
Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one.
Ah, but sooner or later, I said.
I don't believe that's the issue here.
About this dark little room, Mr. Sholms. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea?
No window?
Well, I mean, I can clearly see there is a window, kind of, at a distance. But it's been completely blocked out with bricks. Yeah, it's not just four. Lots of, I think Ed, Ed, Eddie might be another one of those shows that unintentionally or intentionally, who knows, spawned a bunch of fetishes that people were not aware of until much later in life. Because holy shit. The foot tickle torture thing. Jesus Christ.
I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax.
Window tax? The fuck is that?
Surely not a tax on windows.
Precisely that.
Oh my goodness.
Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly closed up windows.
Foot tickling. Foot tickling with your feet.
Ugh. While the rich open the windows here and there and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money.
How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light.
I would love to live in a room devoid of light. That sounds amazing.
Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see. In squalid lodgings such as these, for example.
Suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous.
It would appear so. I've done a little digging. And discovered these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price.
Because the room is so awful, I should think.
Oops.
Now it's your turn to be gay, female JoJo fans. Oh my. Even if I'm asexual? And we'll find out. It was a law to tax the rich with large mansions with a lot of windows by screwing over the poor. That's fucked up. How do we do VTubing? I use a free program known as VC Face, and the model was made using an also free program called VCroid. Our dear friend Kiwi, one of our mods, somebody who wants to branch into streaming herself one of these days, made my model for me. We need a tax for chat, like a tax on vor, a tax on feed, and an ooh-ooh tax. From now on, nobody is allowed to ooh-ooh in chat without dropping at least 500 bits. Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago.
Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation.
Oh?
Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention.
Are you sure? I'm curious now. There's a Discord channel on the server devoted to that. That's actually not really what it's for. The project room is kind of mislabeled. It's I mean, technically, I guess you can talk about other stuff there. There's no real policy against it, but that room mainly existed because so many people were working on were like trying to do stuff for my own model. But hey, whatever works. Part 6 crew, they look good. They look very nice. I like the color choices for all of them. Like, I've seen some of the characters before, just in passing, and, like, fan drawings and shit, but I like the color choices they made. They look very nice.
Well, I believe I've told you all I can now.
Thank you, Mr. Sholms.
Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law?
You remember that, did you? Skinny Jotaro is kind of cursed. And also the idea of Jotaro pumping and dumping some woman and getting divorced. JC, no. I mean, at least you immediately paid the tax for it. Okay, there. That's an example of a woo tax. Thank you for the demonstration and for the Barrett victory jingle. It's been a while since I heard his lovely voice. Thank you, JC.
Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? The occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it?
What happens if you don't pay the tax?
You perish.
I'm not sure.
Not sure? On what grounds?
Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Yo, Blanco.
Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on ambition realized, and so promptly.
The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence?
Yes, trust.
Wish, please don't hurt US2, then cough it up. Then cough up the biddies. This is extortion. Mr. Sholms. Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he?
My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. I don't fucking know. Do I look like a detective to you?
Do you want me to answer that? But I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate?
Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them.
You don't know if the Twitch link works, what, for joining the Discord? It should. It's literally the exact same link. Thank you, Rick. Rick, did you woo-woo? You didn't have to do that if you didn't woo-woo, unless I missed it. Either way, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know, I'm checking right now. The link should be identical. Yeah, I don't know. No, there should be no reason that the other one wouldn't work. Literally the exact same URL. I see.
Nevertheless, there are two facts I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say.
It does work. You tried it spice, yeah. Considering his last client was burned to death, he has more to worry about than just trust, fucking right.
And one more thing.
What is it, Mr. Sholms? Please tell us.
Please tell us your wisdom.
I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is relevant to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something.
I could have told you that. Mr. Garrideb is? Mr. Sholms said much more before, actually, didn't he?
Anyway, at present, this is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case.
Mr. Naruhodo? As yet, our investigation has uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence.
No, you're right. Condemning the wage gap? I'm just trying to make cool stuff happen. I'm just trying to get cool shit like the JoJo group watch and the Danganronpa live dub to happen. Now that I thought of that idea of doing Decadence when it comes out day one, I really want that to happen. I don't think it's possible. I straight up do not think it's possible to reach 3,000 by that point in time. But damn it, I love that idea. It's also the only way I'm ever going to play V3 again. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we prod a little deeper into Mr. Garrideb's secret. I shill because I care.
Just remember, I cannot be sure whether it's the landlord's secret that will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo.
We're not gonna dance with you again? Aww. Busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Make a V3 game I can look back and enjoy something about. I will probably enjoy V3. I will probably enjoy V3 if I am doing it by ad-libbing stupid bullshit with you lovely people.
Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there?
Mr. Herlock Sholms?
Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. It's not like I'm a fan of his books or anything. Baka. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid.
Well, Mr. Sholms is in his element down there.
Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joe. Now then, why don't you tell me? Oh, go. What is this? Boruto? Sounds interesting.
5 hours later.
I was mistaken. This is shit. For the upteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're bloody well doing?
I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir.
Oh, no, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall ask you to take your leave if you'd be so kind.
Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance.
Not at all. Don't much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourself. It's been a pleasure.
Got a big old eShop gift card. Ooh, very nice. Superstar Saga remake or Yokai Watch 3. I don't know. Plenty of good choices.
Best of luck in all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out.
According to Mr. Sholms, Mr. Garrideb is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. Can't converse or examine anything else. Or present evidence to him, rather.
Man, fuck Boruto! That's the reason the next chapter took forever to come out. Give me some serious despair from the terribleness of it. It's not a very good show or book. It probably should have stopped with the parent series. Even that one wasn't too great. Just stop. It's time to stop.
I sound like Nappa?
If I wanted to sound like Nappa, I would.
I notice you have a pile of books here, Mr. Garrideb. You enjoy reading?
Ever experiencing a London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time in front of the fire with a jolly good book.
Oh, there's a copy of Ranced magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Garrideb enjoys the adventures of Herlock Sholms, too.
The Great Detective has a great many followers, it would seem. That's a full-size kid. What the hell's it doing here?
Oh my, it's real. I thought it might be a replica.
That old thing? Well, that's a little more than a toy.
Sorry?
The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house.
Really? Isn't that slight overkill?
Be prepared, as I always say. You never know when this twisted world's gonna throw at you next, boy.
I know that feel.
You think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garrideb?
Always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well at the cannon here, Joan tells me, which rather proves my point, I feel.
It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder a huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head down in shame. This poor cannon. Look what I've been reduced to. I've been reduced to a coat rack. And not a cool coat rack made of bones. Like the one that crazy guy wanted to make out of Gojo-san. Night, Stu. You're not feeling too good? I'm sorry to hear that. I wasn't feeling good either. I know that feels, Stu. Hope you feel better like I did. You have a good one.
Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely.
Yeah, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder?
I'm going to have a very quick look. Just a little peek. Ahem! Ahem!
Maybe not, Miss Susato. I think the maid's gonna head us off with a cup of tea.
Ahem!
You like David Bowie Cannon? I don't know why I went to that. I'm David Bowie Cannon, and I'm but a coat rack. Don't mind me. What are you doing now?
Mr. Sholms? Did that window consent to this?
Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Herlock, Sholms, sir, at your service.
Whatever were you doing but to our window?
I am given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet, sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner space by the window up here.
Keeping an eye on one's windows at dusk is a prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering.
Oh, and one other thing, Mr. Naruto.
Yeah, me?
I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain detective's great mind.
He's not talking about... Is he? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I swore I'd never dance again. These guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Mr. Sholms, do you mean?
There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes even see the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruto.
I think so.
There is time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. You can't start a fire without a spark, even though we're just dancing in the dark.
Is Sherlock Holmes basically
Oops.
Deadpool? Yes, actually. Yeah, no, he definitely has Deadpool-ass Gojo-ass energy. He is full himbo.
Mr. Garrideb, though it would seem you are a military man of considerable distinguished service. Your study as a landlord is most certainly not what one thing I call first-rate. I'm afraid, sir, that this is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I've been able to draw by a careful observation of your living arrangements. Well, I beg your pardon?
You would love a great detective's mind. Do you know anybody? Oh my.
The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. Yay! And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you.
Mr. Naruhodo, look!
The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are spot on.
How could you possibly? How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning,
Oops.
I am the king of beasts.
You're making it very, very hard to choose husbando, sir. You're making it very difficult. On one hand, we have Pete Kimbo. On the other, we have Big Dick Hubert. You're not making this easy for me. Oh god, it's Chad's dad. Oh no!
I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholms is proud to present the Logic and Reasoning Spectacular!
Mankind knew that they could not change society, and so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage late within these four walls. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might the beast take?
The leg that Von Zeeks pulled was actually his third leg, if you know what I mean. Oh, God! Me? Gungaga.
Thus we are faced with the question, what form might it take? Ah, for a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid.
Me? Gungaga.
Thank you, help. Clearly, I would resolve this with a spread off. Spread off! Man spreading. Man spread showdown. Let's fucking go.
I... Your fruitive glance, Mr. Garrideb, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is driven by that lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. In fact, it has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, king of the beasts. What is this, people, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to give in this very house.
Oh, man. Your dance competition. Oh, man. Dimitri versus Clown versus Hilda. Good match. Very good.
What? Yet living with such a beast proved more difficult than you had imagined.
I fucking wish Kamen Rider Beast was involved. Are you kidding me? Beast makes everything better. Give me the booty.
The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much the evidence.
Well, I never.
Yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam!
May?
I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to see that with even one glance in your direction,
It is?
your dress pocket gave us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show.
I mean, Zhang Li... Look, Zhang Li's booty is strong, but have you seen the beast booty? Have you seen the beast booty? You will have seen the beast booty anytime somebody donates 10 bucks. I think it's 10 bucks. Nobody do that to demonstrate because I'm not sure actually now I think about it. it's alert for something. His booty is powerful. Trust me, you're gonna have to take my word on that. You're fine, JC. Like I said, I can't remember for sure what number it is anyway. I don't want anyone throwing away money just to demonstrate.
Yes, I thought... you sought to dispose of this terrifying line, Mr. Garrideb. At Batty's Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park, I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point.
Is the booty that good if it's only $10? Yes. Trust me. It's fine. He's only not higher priced because the highest priced one is the 100, and that's the Final Attack Ride Hibiki song, which deserves it. It deserves to be the highest amount. Trust me.
The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion.
Oops.
The number is 50. The number is not 50. 50 will get you Final Attack Ride Hibiki, which, hey, I also won't complain about. But it will not help me in demonstrating the booty. Going back to the chess idea would have made the theme throughout the season, despite Arto only having been a comedian and being kind of stupid. He keeps adapting. The chess match is a kind of symbolic way of showing that even if Guy is technically smarter, or Arto will beat him in some way. Oh my god! Bess, why do you have so many good ideas for fixing shit characters? First Scissor and now Guy. God damn it. What's the alert cost for Hallelujah? 69.
A simple visit to the circus that will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire.
Sure. What's the price of the Brain Go Boom? Good question. That one, that's right, yeah. The fact that so many people know it from heart. Y'all are better fans than me.
Now, Mr. Garrideb. It is plainly clear to see that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast.
Yeah, Pro Help would know. He made Brain Go Boom that one time. It's fucking insane. It's actually bits or cash, believe it or not. It is actually both. Although there's a decimal between that 2 and 0.
Indeed, that blind post, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm.
That is the most expensive one, yeah.
Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The crown it weighs heavy, till it's banging on my eyelids. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man, I simply... But what we must now ask ourselves is the true cause of this pain. And we need only to follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, this pile of bills has given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved beast has had a devastating impact on your financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, well, I am. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack.
Unimaginable?
The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over here. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, dearie me.
What could have caused such destructive outbursts? This time, madame, I'm afraid it is you who has evidently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes.
I just wanna take a virtual tour of this man's brain. I just need to see. I just need to see what it looks like in there. Bye-bye, stars. You have a good one.
There is no creature more dangerous on Earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain noblewoman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake?
I don't think that's how it goes. It can't be Kamen Rider Beast. There is no mayonnaise on those cakes.
Food is the heart of all tragedy, in fact.
Big mood, Mo. Big mood. You need a third hand for Xenoblade X, but still.
Whatever do you mean?
Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast.
Oops.
Imagine a hamster running on a wheel. That's what it's like inside of his head. I think it's more complicated than that. I think it's more like a hamster running on a wheel that's connected to, like, some kind of Rube Goldberg contraption. The hamster, like, spins the wheel, and it triggers, like, a bunch of Rube Goldberg shit that results in a net falling on, like a pig or something, but the net completely misses the pig. Yeah. It's something like that.
There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India.
So your theory is that he had a pet lion that was a carpet muncher. That knocked over my water bottle. I told a terrible joke and my water bottle fell over. I wasn't touching the water bottle, it just fell over. His mind is a set of falling dominoes that fucks halfway through.
Thus concludes Herlock Sholms' great edition of this beastly puzzle.
Oh, I love when that happens.
What's the matter with you, Joe? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me.
I guess I need to change his voice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrideb. I'm afraid I didn't notice.
My deductions can be startling.
He's not Larry. Oh my god, Detective Larry.
My deductions can be startlingly sharp, it stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times, too.
Oh,
Shouldn't Iris be babysitting him? Clearly. Mr. Sholms, I'm sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation?
Why, certainly, Mr. Naruto. What is it again?
Well, your deduction just now. You really think a lion could fit inside a room of this size?
Indeed, it is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies behind the realms of common sense.
But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies outside the realm of common sense as well? Or inside? Or, you know, just sense, any kind of sense? But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrideb and his maid would have been hurt. Or worse.
Ah, that is where you are stuck. No doubt the full military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon.
I thought you said they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I have ever heard of a lion that drinks tea.
Ah, my dear gentlemen, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lays hands on British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea.
Oops.
So anyone who steps foot on your country just instantly becomes addicted to tea?
My deductions can make people shed tears!
Yeah. Yeah, they sure do. Oh, what a glorious nation. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, your turn to shine again. I had a feeling this was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Sholms' deductions need. You can do it! I'm not giving him a happy ending. Or am I?
Excellent! I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
We don't even know whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Massage, massage. Giggity, giggity. Still.
And by tea I meant cocaine. I mean the good shit. Colombian white, baby.
Uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, never mind the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe.
Let us start again. From the beginning of Herlock Sholms' logic and reasoning spectacular.
I was gonna say, this is my favorite dynamic with his so far. I'm shocked there aren't more fics. I don't know. Sholms' special tea blend. 10% actual tea, 90% cocaine. Ugh.
Shouldn't take a great detective to see. The fearsome beast rampage within these four walls. Must well face with the question: what form might this beast take?
This is all the same. I just gotta wait for to realize something's wrong here. Columbia White. I know how to drug.
Oops.
It's actually not impossible. In the 19th century, there was an incident where a French noblewoman tried to scare his husband's mistress by setting pet bears loose in her home. Oh my god. Thanks for saying the chest is a good idea. Not worried it might not make sense. Oh no, it's a great idea. Like I said, just it would have done a lot to kind of dial back the evil meter on Guy, make it feel less like a fucking cartoon character. Give Aruto some nice. It's a nice little bit of nuance. I like it. I really didn't see that lion thing coming.
No, but if you observe Mr. Garrideb's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room.
Yeah, something with a very fierce nature.
But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. That's fucking silly.
So what was it then?
A bear transferred from Indonesia. Or we could just follow Mr. Garrideb's gaze. That'll lead us to the true answer.
Huh. The photograph? Whose baby is this?
It appears to be for Mr. Garrideb's wedding.
Oh, wait, no, it's not a baby, it's a short person. Oh, are they actually married?
He looks very happy, doesn't he?
He does, but you can't make out his bride.
No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face.
I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply there.
Take that!
Yeah, it's the maid. No, I know. Well, she's very short. She's very short. Look at him holding her up. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Is this just gonna turn out to be a really dumb joke about how women, like, wreck up guys' apartments? Or, what? Where is this going? Thought he might be reasonable for a bit in the first job competition when he got mad about the cheating. Then it just turned out he only gave a shit because it would tarnish his reputation, yeah. And then he turns around and cheats himself a bunch. Like, it's just, he's badly written. He's inconsistently written. I just went the all short people are minor coded. I did. It looked like a baby. He was holding her. He was holding her up. Like, she looks small enough to be a baby.
Precisely, Mr. Naruto. No further explanation could possibly fit. Other explanation. Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garrideb. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured,
we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain.
Oh, indeed, surely a woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast.
I don't think that's how it works. I'm not being mean to short people! I admire short people! Ah. I wish I was short. I wish I could go into grocery stores without old ladies asking me to get stuff down off shelves for them. Honored might be a stretching point.
Too late! That remains that the beast which is so clearly savaged in this room was your wife, Mr. Garrideb.
They keep acting like beating the Megia will kill the human gears forever. I don't know. It's weird, right? Like, as long as their files are backed up, they're fine, because they've done it before. They do make it a little silly about how dramatic it is.
The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence.
Man,
Yet when you look around, the basic question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam!
Also, yeah, the slap mark I did notice.
May?
We really about to call this poor old lady a beast? Oh my god, not old, but you know what I mean.
Dressbogger gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts.
The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself.
Well, I don't know about fragile. Is she in the circus? Is she like a fucking strong woman or something?
Oh dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholms is quite right. There's no sign of Miss Garrideb anywhere.
But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue this maid is trying to hide. Wonder where Mr. Garrideb's wife could be.
Take that!
Did he fucking like? Did he like start making his wife dress up as a maid just to like try and improve his social standing?
It's like, oh, I have a maid. I'm very important. Look at me, la-di fucking da.
Ah!
Indeed, thus that foul flowery black band gleaming on your finger gives you away. Fortune's identical to the one in the hand of Mr. Garrideb's bride of this photographic print.
In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. Marriage tax thing? Oh, it could be something like that too, yeah.
No! You are Mr. Garrideb's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrideb herself.
Oh my! What? Oh.
That's why she's so bad at her job.
Well, jolly fine deducing, sir. As you rightly surmise, this is the wife, yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say. But she was a badly corked back. Oh, yo.
We should absolutely add a simping tax. Except for Von Zeke's, because otherwise we'll all be in debt for the rest of our lives.
It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet here you are in the business of renting out rooms. Boy. I would assume, therefore, that you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? Yeah, it's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household could not be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly.
You mean Mr. Garrideb has his wife work as his maid?
Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrideb? Only in company, obviously, but listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please!
This is not Bridezilla's. This is not Bridezilla's, Sholms. I don't think his wife ate the carpet. Mr. Sholms is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast.
Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable.
But Mr. Garrideb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, she hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he?
Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting right arm needs to be propping up his head. It has some other significance then.
According to Mr. Sholms, Mr. Garrideb's pain is tangible, though. What could the purpose of his what could that pose really signify? Is it really just gonna be his cheek?
Look at that bright red mark. That's quite something. Clearly made by somebody's hand, almost like we just fucking saw it happen.
He's been slapped on the face, it seems.
Never seen such a clearly defined mark. Whoever could have done such a thing?
Very limited number of candidates, I'd say. Spousal abuse is still wrong. Spousal abuse is wrong, even if it's female on male, sir.
Take that!
Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you are feeling must be, the pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek.
And, of course, the glitter of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. Was you, Madame Joan Garrideb?
Well, yes.
You have been desperate to hide that slap mark on your cheek, sir. Hell the blazes. How did you work that out, man?
Like, say, easy dying would be bad, obviously, because it could reset the personality again. Yeah, Easy's a special case, since she's so valuable. Like, she's not backed up the same way. But all the other ones, all their memories are backed up in the cloud. Like, that's canon. So yeah, it is weird that they try and put so much drama on it sometimes. But hey. Not a fan of how marital abuse is played for laughs in this case. I was gonna say, yeah, if this straight up is a regular thing, that's kind of fucked.
Nothing escapes notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow.
That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view.
Well, Now let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves, what caused Madame Garrideb to fly into a rage? As we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it's this pile of bills that has given rise to you suffer. The pain you suffer.
Didn't Mr. Sholms say the bills were for the lion, were all for lion fodder?
Yeah, but now we've established that the lion never existed. Which can only mean the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garrideb's wife.
Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing.
Yeah, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. I was gonna say, yeah, she's not a thing because she's fat or eats a lot or whatever, but she might be a thing if she actually regularly beats her husband, and it's played for laughs. Especially when he's a fucking retired military guy who can't walk that well, it seems. One so hard, it left a perfect mark, in fact.
Yes, why would a woman hit her husband with such force, I wonder?
I'd love to know the answer to that question myself. I hope they're into it. If they're into it, good for them. But I mean, good God.
Someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Garrideb is clearly an avid reader.
Wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark.
Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
And look next to the signature here, lip marks,
made with lipstick! I was so surprised I turned it to you. What a passionate and romantic gesture.
Don't get the idea, Susato-san. James, who the fuck is James?
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
So this bookmark is actually a love note then. Can I not, I can't look at stuff right now, okay. I'm gonna assume his first name is James and that this means she thinks he's cheating on her.
Take that!
Yes, it's this love note that's given rise to the pain you suffer.
Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the center of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is in the fly. It's the fly in the ointment here. But I don't know the Bailey woman.
You don't know her?
That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got here. It was just in there, you say? That's right, that's what I've been...
A likely story.
Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at the second-hand place. That note must have already been in there.
So the previous owner of the book was using it as a bookmark, you mean?
That's right, that's what I've been saying.
A likely story.
For heaven's sake, well, look at the name. It's written in James.
I was gonna say, that's not your name, is it? I didn't think it was. Yeah, John, not James. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Yeah, lady, abusing your crippled husband because you think he's cheating on you. Hilarious.
My name, in case you've forgotten, is John.
A likely story.
Are you questioning my name now? And so we have it. Arouse the suspicions of a female heart and you unleash a beast most ferocious. Oh. Now in a final rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack.
Unimaginable.
The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by the observing carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken.
That's not the worst social norm in this time period. I know, I get it. I know time periods and all that, but just, Could have easily fixed it by making it obvious the personalities of human gears aren't safe since they aren't supposed to be sentient. Yeah. No, definitely, I agree.
What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madame, I'm afraid it's you who's inadvertently revealed the truth to me.
Hey, welcome back, Pump. You came back to spousal abuse.
Your order I set upon the answer very neatly indeed. Dice to the carpet, we don't look at the cat tower of cakes.
But surely Mrs. Garrideb didn't eat the carpet.
No, of course not. That'd be ridiculous. What kind of woman would eat carpet? No. Cow and chicken got in trouble for that kind of joke. Let us not go there. Doesn't seem to be any doubt. The state of disarray this room is in as a result of her wild temper.
No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Sholms' deduction we need to fix. We need only follow Mrs. Garrideb's gaze, and that'll tell us the real answer.
Alright, see what we can see.
Yes.
Oh, dear. I'm not sure how anything over here equals, equals carpet getting torn up. It's, I'm an idiot.
Looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it?
The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. Looks to me like even the slightest knock will make it topple over.
Oh dear, that would be dangerous, wouldn't it?
Hey, take a closer look at this. There's a candle missing.
Didn't notice that before.
Why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle missing? What could possibly explain that? Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the candlestick.
Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth.
Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible.
Indeed they are. The scorch marks on the heads clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks? It would appear this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Oh. Mrs. Garrideb's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face.
Bye-bye, bestie. Bye-bye, Spice.
But on the entire room, the force of her strike caused the candle to fall from the holder.
And in seconds, the carpet was alight. The whole corner of the room was in flames.
Yes, sir, well, for the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman. It's fire!
And in this room, the most ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok.
Eloquently put, my dear fellow, as you see, so you see there is but one conclusion here. After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was in a scene of fire. Mr. Sholms, sir. I salute you!
Okay. JoJo poses.
It's these dashed long winter nights, nothing to do in bed but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good secondhand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material.
For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems.
Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt describe.
Here we go again. And the carpet, was that destroyed by fire when the candle fell on the floor?
Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, The whole place was filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. Hee, watching things on fire is fun.
You frighten me.
Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being.
How much tea is in that pot? Too much.
Over here, Mr. Garrideb?
Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you all follow me.
Oh dear.
He had all my favorite old novels in that case, but as soon as the fire got a hold of them, that was it. Whoosh up in smoke.
Gosh.
Then the wife started hurling things at me.
What a terrible sight it must have been.
There was I, back up against the window under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride.
I had a moment. I had a split second where I thought he was actually gonna say how Leo the Lion learned how to roar. And, I was about ready to go fucking feral. Jesus Christ.
The Lion's Pride? Ah, yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest.
So the poor man really did lose something dear to him in the result of the ferocious beast rampage. She was keeping her tea in the same pocket dimension where Adrian keeps her glasses. Ah, makes sense. I have not done that live reading yet, Fusion. We were talking about that earlier. I still need to do that at some point. Let me get through these games first. We've got lots of voice acting between this and Neo Tweeby right now. I don't want to die. My voice is all I have. It's my livelihood. I need it.
Mr. Sholms' deductions turned out to be the correct once again.
Bullshit meme power, bullshit memes, meme power scammer. Can only be described as a great British wonder.
I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle.
Out of interest, what time of day was that?
Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see, around 5 o'clock, I think.
So, at exactly the same time as the terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below.
Just get a new one, just get a new voice. I fucking wish. Get one so that people can actually recognize my gender. It's funny to make people guess. It is funny to make a game out of it, but nonetheless, just, ugh.
Gets tiring sometimes. I see you're drinking my signature blend. Ah, the Colombian White's kicking in. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blightly could have flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dash thing.
Oh, really?
You made a doodle, JC. What you got? Mr. Sholms? Aw, it's a cute birth, Miss Doodle. Lovely. It's funny seeing the YouTubers' comments who don't know. It's pretty funny. It's always kind of right. Although there was one person recently who at least asked politely, rather than just assuming or being a dick about it like so many other people are. I will happily take people politely asking for clarification over people just blindly assuming and then proceeding to be dicks about it. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, what can I do for you?
That was my impression of you. Pretty good, right?
I think I got to the bottom of Mr. Garrideb's situation now. But it has literally nothing to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances, unfortunately.
I can't help you there, I'm afraid.
What?
My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man was hiding something, it could not be shown whether or not his secret would prove to be relevant or not.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories: those relevant in the case and those not.
That makes no fucking sense.
Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now.
Sorry? Did any of them ever blame me for misguiding? I do not believe that's happened. I might be misremembering though. That'd be pretty funny though. That'd be pretty goddamn hilarious. Someone finds out fucking months later. What the fuck? You're a girl? Unsubscribe. I'm sorry?
The city hours of the prison will soon be over.
Ah, shit. Is that time already?
If we were to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to.
Oops.
So that's it. No more time to think. Love how Herlock's theme sounds so mysterious while still being prime dingus music. It's very goofy sounding. Yeah, it suits him well. It's classy, but also silly. It works.
Perhaps you'd like to partake yourselves in bidding us farewell now? I must prepare for supper for Mr. Garrideb.
Oh, yeah, so sorry. You thought it was a stack of coats. Cats in a coat. I'm so sorry I lied to you, Jux. I do feel bad about that. Yeah, sadly, I'm not actually a pile of cats in a coat. I don't have enough cats to put in a pile in a coat to pretend to be a person. I only have 2.
Thank you both very much for your time.
Saseki-san will be waiting for us. And I'm gonna have to give him an answer. Yeah, Jux just wanted solidarity, because Jux is just a bunch of chickens in a coat. He just wanted solidarity with someone, and so I lied to him. It was wrong.
Unsubscribed! Unfollowed! I did not mean to come back here.
It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison.
Yeah, I know. Oh, wait, no, I did pick the prison, didn't I? We just got stuck. Oh.
What's the matter?
Looks like something's going on over there in front of Mr. Garrideb's house. Hmm? No.
Oops.
No, not Corey Abe, no. Oh. What do we call this archetype? Laval? What do we call this archetype? Whatever this archetype is, I can't deal with it. Bad hair guy, bad hair guy. Oh my god. That's a good point, game. I could be watching old Prince Poppycock performances instead of playing this. Thank you for reminding me. I know thee not, old man, fell to thy prayers! Oh my fucking god, what is happening? What are these character designs? They don't even look like they're from the same anything. B-man? Is he a B? Oh, shit, that makes this easy.
Who are you calling old man, you rum-looking niminy-piminy?
There are more things that heaven and earth, Ratio, than dreamt of in your philosophy.
Who is this Ratio, Valerie? What are you on about?
Should man be Corey Haim? Corey Haim or Waspinator? Take your pick. Pick your poison, chat. Excuse me?
What's that? Who are you now?
I was gonna say, yeah, Rick, they look more like they're from the fucking Layton games. Especially this guy. I'm sorry, it just looked as though there might be some kind of problem here. You guys got lost on your way to a different game series. My associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see.
A lawyer? What?
If I could be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law.
Fine, I'll be on my way for today. But you mark my words. This ain't over yet.
Get thee to the nursery!
Do I look like a blooming nun to you?
Are these two are these two gay together? Did they just have a nasty breakup? What's happening? What? Why did we fade out? Why is he smiling like that? Get rid of it. I do hope you're not injured. Would be a fucking lie, because I want to wipe that goddamn grin off your face like nobody's fucking business.
Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle, thank you.
What was that all about?
There are more things that heaven and earth, Ratio, than dreamt of in your philosophy. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the rights of outrageous fortune.
Can he be a Discord emote? Absolutely not. He's cursed. My name's not Horatio. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Garrideb residence? Oh god, that's right, there was a second person living here. Oh god.
Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell within this humble abode.
He mentioned he had another lodger, didn't he? I just wasn't expecting it to be a Prince Poppycock impersonator. The second dude reminded you of Kubo's, you were thinking of Shiba and Kubo's great breakup? Oh no. That must be this man. That's man in air quotes. You're very upset that I can roll my R's, Jux. I'm sorry. It just kind of happens naturally with that voice. Or terrible Spanish accents. The aroma. I hope he was not Natsume's roommate. Oh my god, this poor man. No wonder he's so fucking depressed. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor?
Ah, yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Ah, more worthy opponist in my battle of words I never there could be.
I'm sorry, a battle, did you say?
Who is the stronger? Hamlet or Macbeth, Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night.
Okay, maybe those two are gay together. I can't look at Natsume the same way ever again. I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances at least.
So, fair maiden, so, good gentlemen. I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well.
I didn't really understand a goddamn thing he said, but I think he's gone to his room. This is a fanfic description. He was an emo scene kid who liked Macbeth. He was the leader of the theater kids who liked Hamlet. Can this relationship possibly work? I hope we never see him again. It seems he's unaware of what happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. With Saseki-san and that man as lodgers, the Garrideb household is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go find a carriage.
Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return.
Let's hope we get to the present before visiting hours are over.
Oh, it's you! You're here, you came! Welcome to Mr. Naruto. I can't believe you came back! I'm so touched!
We are so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume.
Oh no, relax! If I were a cat, I would play with pleasure with the company of such fine compatriots! Noble, nurturing, never failing, Nipponese!
Let's not get carried away here. There's plenty... You hope there's plenty of fanfiction with British LaBelle and B-Man. God. Oh, I quite agree. Nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land, Whomst. On the other hand... Oh! Is this a thing now? Are you just gonna follow us? Do not speak in the Crocker voice. I can't not do it. It's too appropriate. Oh my God! Those are some. That is a topless Dimitri. I'll take that.
If it's through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least.
It's, yes, it's you! The miserable rotten spy! Herlock Sholms!
Mr. Sholms, what are you doing here? I think he likes us. Speaking of fanfic setups, who will Ryunosuke choose? After the tragic death of his childhood friend before he could ever confess his true feelings, Ryunosuke finds himself torn between two possible new loves. The eccentric detective and the literal vampire. Who will he choose?
I have no intention of doing anything per se, save for observing.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholms?
Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having amassed the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is doing.
Did you give him some of your crack? I think you gave him some of your crack.
Gloomful room?
At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, the superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books, at least. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny.
You! How dare you! Herlock Sholms!
Check stream chat. Oh my. What's in stream chat? Crocker voice is surprisingly on point. It works a little too well. Oh no! Oh, it's an emote. It's an emote on some other server, apparently. Oh dear. Do we have to have our own? We might have to make our own. We'll see how important that guy ends up being. We wouldn't want another Virgilio, or whoever that fucking guy was for the first case in the second game, who ended up just not mattering at all, but his face has made me laugh, so he's an emote anyway.
I've had it! I'm through! I'm at the end of my rope! I should never have come to Great Britain! It was a terrible mistake! Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings! No doubt my luck will be cursed tomorrow's trial as well! My whole life is damned!
What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo?
He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean.
And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words.
We need a proper LaBelle emote first, do we? Do we really? I don't think we need that. He already lives in my head rent-free, clearly. Do we really need a reminder of him more than we already have? What?
Cursed is wholly appropriate description, I would say, for the man's lodgings. And indeed, for tomorrow's trial.
What's that supposed to mean? Mr. Natsume, what do you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed. We were talking about what goes on in Sholms' brain earlier. Now you know what goes on in my brain. For some reason, LaBelle is just vibing. There's just a LaBelle emote kind of chilling, floating around.
Oops.
I have no control over that one. And then the rest is just Gojo. At least right now, it's just Gojo. You miss LaBelle's phone shoulders. I don't. I don't miss anything about him. I want to leave. I want him to leave. How do I serve an eviction notice?
Oh no, why are you looking so grave? You've been making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it.
Oh, I see. I really agitated him.
You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow.
Gojo is the LaBelle exterminator. Chat hired on my behalf. Aw, chat, you shouldn't have. Thank you. Oh, I missed something. No. Are you referring to the prosecutor, the Reaper of the Bailey?
The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please tell me, summarize it succinctly in 16 serious words.
You just made it for another server you're in with a few other members of the community. Ah, gotcha. Can't let Dimitri have all the fun. Oh no. Oh my God, Sylvain! Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, that dancer's outfit's a little tight, buddy. No defendant has ever survived the trial in which the Reaper stands for prosecution, ever.
Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly!
Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances.
Mr. McGill did.
What?
I am impressed, Mr. Salter. You have an eye for detail.
Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us.
Mr. Sholms? Surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Von Zeeks killed the man himself.
Oh no, he couldn't have, surely.
You have some wonderful notions.
I'm sorry? I was gonna say, Natsume did not know about the Reaper. I feel like this is a mistake to tell him this information. He's cracked out enough without knowing about this.
The madness is a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, of course he is.
Of course he is! Then why are you trying to scare me?
It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis.
He's a vampire, isn't he? What on earth do you mean by that? When you said accursed lodgings, were you referring to your room at the Mr. Garrideb's house? You mean to say you believe the place is cursed? But you have a cat. How cursed can it be?
It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain, but I'd only been in London for about a week before I started noticing strange things myself. Feelings of myself.
That didn't take long?
Everywhere I looked, there were very foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back.
Von Zeeks wouldn't do that. He looks so friendly and human. Like, yeah, exactly. He's too hot to be a murderer. That's how it works, right? If you're hot enough, then you get away with anything.
I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me all the time, from dawn to dusk. So I shut myself away in my room. But even then, that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away.
You must have been very lonely having been away from your homeland for such a long time.
I had to move a number of times, most recently to the room on Briar Road a week ago now.
Yeah, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient.
The rent is cheap, I have so little money it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed! Oops!" He quickly tried to cover up his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him. If you have something to say, then say it! But if not, don't mention it in the first place!
Yes, well said. Natsume stuck in the Reaper's game. Why would you wish that on him? This poor man's gonna have a fucking heart attack at age 34. You back from the shower, you heard the LaBelle voice? Oh my god, Spice, we met quite the character.
But it was true, it was all true!
You mean the room really is cursed then?
Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares! I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death! In my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street! I'm branded a killer, thrown into prison! Nobody wants to know me! I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits! If only there was someone, just one person on my side! Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe me? Why would you believe me? Why would you believe me? I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs! Really, you want to know?
To believe? Yes, to believe. Oh. Do I know how Agrel and Poe died? No reason. Oh no.
Von Zieks is quite an exceptional man, however, in London's courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception.
So that's good!
So Seki's looks like he's gonna cry tears of joy.
As you are no doubt aware, a British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates officiates based on the letter of law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It's an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated.
Right, I saw that firsthand.
Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling impostors as witnesses, and so on. By such underhanded means, those who would want are able to sway the jury. Which means that even in light of an irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail.
Yeah, we saw that firsthand yesterday. It means the wrong verdict can be passed.
And sadly, it is from time to time, my dear madam, that the simple reality of the situation.
And that's all right?
However, those indicted by Lord Von Zieks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed.
Oh my.
Though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking.
Disappear, but how?
By all manners of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall under the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by a highwayman.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus, he's so cursed. What is wrong with his face?
All the examples of the reality of the events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ah.
I knew it! I'm a dead dodo, done for, doomed!
That's LaBelle's ancestor, apparently. Mr. Sholms.
Me, Mr. Naruhodo, pray what can I do for you?
It's about the case on the SS Buria, if you recall.
The Buria? The Buria. Yes, that case. The one with the snake.
Well, yeah. At the time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us investigate.
I did, didn't I? Interesting.
What I want to know is why. Why did you believe me?
I see, yes, you mean? Because you were grimly dressed. Shady Eastern fellow found with his victim locked in a room.
If you like, yes.
I'm a little surprised the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it.
But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must suspect me a little. Edgar Allan Poe died in an alley wearing a different person's clothes. It was believed he was forced to vote for people at the polls and drank doing so, but he had a condition where he would immediately get after... Oh, God. Jesus. No wonder he was so emo in that one episode of South Park.
I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing you, nor in that what you were telling me.
What?
You see, the only things I believe in are those I can choose to believe in.
What do you mean, Mr. Sholms?
I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned.
But I could have betrayed your trust.
No. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion.
Meaning?
Whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself.
Yes, he's right. He's right. Welcome to Mr. Naruto Esquire.
Whether or not I can believe myself. It's like Kazumi used to say, believe in the Ryunosuke who believes in you. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. Or believe in the Kazuma who believes in you. I'm tired. I'm getting tired again. You were so right, Kazuma. General consensus that the weird guy we met has a design based on this character from the Layton crossover. Oh God. It's my consensus that he's based off of Prince Poppycock, because Prince Poppycock is the shiznit, and more things should be based on him.
Well, my dear fellows, it's time we're leaving, I believe.
Already?
Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me?
Oh dear, there's never enough time, is there?
Mr. Natsume, if you'd like in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you.
Hey, welcome to Mr. Naruto Esquire.
Aww. As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found guilty, I lost sight of something crucial.
Something crucial?
What to believe in, the defendant, justice, or the truth. How to believe, even. But I think I finally worked it out. I decided what I must believe in above all else. To trust my instincts.
Yes, Mr. Naruto!
And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court.
Welcome to Mr. Naruto Esquire!
I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow.
As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue.
Of course, Mr. Natsume.
It will be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was, in many ways, made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it.
Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Miss Susato,
Yes?
would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Oh, sorry, stream, I was frozen again. Should we worry about this guy dying? Oh, I'm incredibly worried about him dying afterwards. But it's like, what else can we do? It's either he gets declared guilty and probably dies in prison, or we gotta try. Something's gotta break the trend. Also, 99 Fusion, you have a good one. Also, like, oh yeah, I saw lay off the Crocker. Yeah, I don't think it's him. Like, it might be partially him, but like I said, in general, like I've just been having trouble sleeping.
Absolutely, as I said this morning. You may consider me your personal judicial assistant.
Aww. The shock events of yesterday's trial were still weighing heavily in my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Cosmo believed in me, and Mr. Sholms believes in me now too. So it's time. Time that I learned to believe in myself. Soseki-san has no one. He's all alone, so it's my job to help him, to fight in his corner. Tomorrow in the courtroom with all the strength I can muster. He disappears into the Eugene, no. He reenacts Poe's death, no! Tomorrow's group watch, so I'll get a bit of a break, yeah. Yeah, much as I hate to call it a short one, 2 nights in a row. Yeah. And so I think it's just, like I said, I had a hell of a week. And then the lack of sleep as resulting from said hell of a week, and just voice acting a lot in both this and Neo Tweewie. Just in general, just starting to wear a little thin, I think. Like, my voice just feels really rough and mucusy and gross. Ugh. What's tomorrow's group watch? Ed and Eddie. Sleep, I will get some more sleep pump, no worries, yeah. Just trying to think if I should see a little bit of, should we see a little bit of the preview, or should I just wait? Should we at least, like, look in the, see in the, you know, before we go into the actual courtroom, should we see that first? That way we can start with some music next week. If I need Tuesday off, go for it. I will if I really need it, Spice, yeah. But I think, like I said, between 2 short days in a row and the group watch tomorrow, I should be fine by then. Yeah, let's at least see the opening scene. That way we won't have awkward silence next week. Just sleep. I will get plenty of sleep, I promise. Well, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back here again so soon?
We are on a study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible.
Yeah, I suppose that's true, but still. A man got burned alive in here yesterday. For the person in the dock, it may as well be his or her one and only time in court. It could be life-changing. In which case, treating his research may seem a little crass.
Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right.
Good morning! Please tell me he's a witness. No, okay. Damn it. Good morning! I didn't expect him to be that optimistic. He doesn't seem like the type to say good morning. Mr. Natsume, good morning to you too. Still, I was gonna say, yeah, it's super early for you West Coasters especially, but, yeah, it's almost 11 for me. It's still very early and I started late, like, it's gonna be a very short one, but yeah, like I said, it's just, I think it's better off this way, just, you know, making sure I don't hurt myself. Excited for Neo, but my health comes first. Yeah, like I said, I'll keep y'all posted. Again, 2 short streams in a row, plus a group watch. I should be fine by Tuesday. But if I need the night, I will take the night, I promise.
Oh dear, are you alright? You look terribly bloodshot.
'Tis the early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain.
Yes, I've heard that expression.
But I really didn't want to catch a worm. Worms are gross. So, I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink. And I'm absolutely exhausted as a result.
Do all literary people take things so literally?
Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume.
Oh.
Hey, I wish I had 9 lives. I wish I was a kitty cat. My whole future hangs in the balance. I'm too terrified to tremble.
Really? Because I can feel the tremors in the floor.
I can't do this. I can't take it. Although, look, I'm student Mr. Naruto Esquire.
Yeah?
I got a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London.
Oh, neither did I. Are they here just to see the Reaper in action? Or because they heard about the cute new upstart from Japan? You looked into Poe, it's comical how tragic he was. Originally put in the cheap grave, they dug him up for a proper one, but it was a cheap coffin. Collapsed. Good God! Jesus Christ, poor Edgar. Do you know why that might be, Miss Susato?
I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea.
So that all-knowing look on your face is just a coincidence then, is it? Night, Minata, you have a good one.
Don't hide the truth from me! It's because of the Reaper, isn't it?
Lord Von Zeeks? Is that right, Miss Susato?
I purchased as many different newspapers as I could to find this morning, and yes, Lord Von Zeeks is on the front page of every one.
I knew it!
Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey. He stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday.
Yeah, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Zeke's return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. And he showed off the fact that even though he has not been in the courtroom, he has not, in fact, skipped leg day. Trial of Magnus McGilded. What a harrowing experience that was. I still feel dirty. Like, good God, I mean, nobody answer. I have to imagine, like, that's gonna come back somehow. Like, there are so many things unresolved about what the fuck happened there. Like, there's gotta be some overarching plot that all that shit's gonna tie into, because good God, they cannot leave it like that. Feels way too messy. Why is Yandere Devin your recommended? Oh, God. I'm sorry, Rick. Jesus Christ. Call an exorcist. That's like 7 years bad luck.
I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's.
But we wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country.
Why is the Reaper of the Bailey back in the Bailey so soon? For what appears to be a mundane matter?
Not even sure how we actually won. Basically a mistrial pump. Like, not guilty via mistrial, pretty much. Because they could not confirm if the evidence had been tampered with or not. It wasn't documented properly. Because he most likely bribed the officers.
That's the question the papers are asking. They're all speculating various answers.
Mundane! Mundane! It's the most significant saga of the century that come to us!
Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that's just how the papers are describing it.
Well, lest we forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago.
Yes, I agree.
Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! It's you!
Me? I suppose that's true.
Both times it is you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper!
I mean, I kind of hope to one day be more than that, but I wouldn't call us friends yet. Haven't even really talked to the guy outside of work. I don't rub shoulders with I don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers.
I'm afraid there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck.
Thank you for that.
Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such frail fortune? By the least lucky lawyer alive!
Well, let's not forget. It was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. You have some fun Neo art to share in the next stream, so it has week 2 stuff you don't want to share in the Discord Spice. Ooh, excellent. Can't wait. Yes, it's true, I'm just a student, new to London with little in the way of experience or skills, or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight your corner till the bitter end. I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume.
Oh, benevolent locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire!
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we'll always be by your side.
Oh, benevolent non-locum assistant Miss Miko Toba Esquire! I am in your debt! Forever! I shall never forget this great kindness as long as I live. Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense. The court is about to begin. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once.
All right then, Mr. Natsume, it's time. Let's go.
Yes!
Alrighty. This is it. My second appearance in a British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper. I hope you're watching over me, bruh. Because this time I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe my client till the last. Just like you believed in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight. Oh. Ryu might actually be Apollo's ancestor with his bad luck. Maybe at some point the bloodlines diverged and there's something in there. Beautiful. Okay, there we go. Oh, got some nice music waiting for us next time. Delightful. Okay. Alright. Rest well. I will, JC. Yeah, sorry again for the double short ones, like I said. Just between these being structured weirdly. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for the handling of these playthroughs. But hey, like I said, I promise to take the time to rest up well as best I can. The group watch tomorrow also will help, since I'm not motivated to talk as much during those. And hopefully, since I did only end up passing out for like half an hour, I'll be able to actually get a full night's sleep eventually, for more than 5 hours at a time. I'm not supposed to fear the Reaper, so it should be fine. Yeah, no problem. Just don't be afraid. It's that easy. No apologies, guys. I was gonna say, yeah, at least this way I get my wish of these games not being over with too fast, if nothing else. But yeah, it was good to dance with Sherlock again. I have no idea how the hell this case is gonna shake out. We very much have, we have no evidence. We have no fucking evidence whatsoever. Like, I guess more stuff is gonna be introduced as we progress, like it kind of has been up to this point, but good god. Because this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to have an actual full-on proper trial. First trial was a tutorial, second one had no actual trial. Third one was fucked and made me feel dirty, because the Gilded's a kind of an ass. But, this seems to be our first actual proper one where we have a client who is not a complete piece of shit. So, should be fun. I'll be looking forward to this. Like I said, I'm definitely enjoying it more than like I said the first time. I'm more optimistic about the game in general, if nothing else, over these last couple days. So yeah, we'll probably be back here again Friday, unless only way I see. I'm trying to keep them even at this point. I'm kind of determined to keep doing that. I might do more Neo Tweeby if we're like one day away from finishing it and feels like it. I just want to get it over with. But we'll see. Most likely Friday. More Neo. Assuming I'm feeling better by Tuesday, like I said. If I'm still feeling awful by Tuesday, I will let y'all know. I will not jeopardize my health. But I should be fine. Ed and Eddie will heal my wounds. Surely. Alrighty. Thank you all for coming out. Special thanks to I Need Professional Help and all of the Go-Kart and above patrons. If you want to help support me resting my voice, check out the links in the description. Love you guys. Nighty-night.